Hello friends, this is Abhijit Anand Ayvade, lecturer at Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bhayandar. Today we are going to study about power factor and power factor improvement. Whenever we are going to study about the power factor improvement, first we know what is the power factor, what is the definition of power factor. Now, the definition of power factor is it is the cosine of angle between voltage and current. That means cos phi. Phi is the angle between voltage and current. We can also define as it is a ratio of active power to the apparent power. Active power stands for VI cos phi, while apparent power stands for VI. VI get cancelled. That means power factor is equal to cos phi. Phi is the angle between voltage and current. Normally, there are basically three types of load. First one is a pure inductive load, pure capacitive load, and pure resistive load. Now we are going to study about the pure inductive load. In a pure inductive load, the angle between voltage and current is 90 degree. Voltage lead to the current by 90 degree, or in other language we can say that current lag to the voltage by the 90 degree. This is the waveform of voltage and current in a inductive load. Second one is a pure capacitive load. In a pure capacitive load, the angle between voltage and current is a 90 degree. That means phi is equal to 90 degree. Here current lead to the voltage by 90 degree. In other language we can say that voltage lag to the current by 90 degree. This is a phasor diagram of capacitor load, while this is a waveform of capacitive load, waveform of voltage and current of the capacitive load. Now the third load is resistive load. In a resistive load, current and voltage are in a same phase. That means phi is equal to 0. So cos phi, that means cos 0 is equal to 1. That means in a resistive load, power factor is unity. Here we see the resistive waveform of resistive load. Now we are going to study about disadvantages of low power factor. As we know that in a AC circuit, P is equal to VI cos phi. Low power factor increase the load current for the same power. Low power factor causes the increase the cross sectional area of the conductor. Due to the more cross sectional area of the conductor, weight and cost of the conductor also increases. Due to the high load current drawn, it increases the I square R power losses. That means copper losses. This is the one of the important disadvantages of low power factor. Amount of power losses, that means I square R losses, affect to the efficiency of the system. As losses more, that means efficiency of a power system is less. Also, voltage regulation of system is increases. These all about the disadvantages of a power factor. Then what is the advantages of power factor improvement? Why we are going to study about the improvement of the power factor? For the same power, a lower current losses is decreases due to the power factor improvement. As we know that cross sectional area of the conductor is directly proportional to the load current. Hence, if load current is reduces, then cross sectional area also reduces. Hence, reduction of a cross sectional area of the conductor also reduces weight of the conductor as well as cost of the line or a conductor. Reduction of a load current also reduces copper losses. That means I square R losses. Hence, as power losses is less, that means efficiency is high, while voltage regulation is less. Now the question is, which are the causes of low power factor? The main causes is magnetizing current. As magnetizing current increases, the power factor goes on decreases. Most of the industrial drive, agricultural drives, elevators use induction motor. That means inductive load, which causes lagging power factor. Hence, power factor reduces. The most important issue is all transformer works at lagging power factor. So that's why power reduces. Also, welding machine works at a lagging power factor. Hence, power factor reduces. In case of AC, transmission and distribution system, inductor are used. Hence, it causes lagging power factor. That means power factor reduces. Now, let we discuss about the power factor improvement methods. Actually, there are three power factor improvement methods. First is power factor improved by static capacitor, power factor improved by synchronous condenser, and third one is power factor improved by phase advancer. Now, we are broadly discuss about power factor correction by static capacitor. Normally, we know that a AC system contain inductive load. That means lagging power factor. We also know that a capacitor load improves the leading power factor. That means capacitor opposes the inductive effect of a drives. Actually, capacitor bank is connected in parallel to the load to neutralize the effect of load current completely or partially. In this method, a static capacitor are connected across each individual motor load. Hence, the individual system of a capacitor gives more and accurate correction of a power factor. In case of a capacitor bank, number of capacitor present in one bank are connected across the transmission or a distribution system. These various capacitors are automatically controlled depends on amount of correction required. In case of three-phase system, capacitor banks are either connected in delta mode or in a star mode. Now, we are going to discuss about advantages of the power factor correction by static capacitor method. In this method, due to absence of the moving part, that means no any moving part present, it requires less maintenance as well as repairing and maintenance of a capacitor. The repairing and maintenance of a capacitor is not economical once they are damaged. Thank you.